Hello, my name is Ira Thomas, and I am the CEO for Lucara Diamond Corporation, and I am going to be providing you a corporate update on our operations. I will be making forward-looking statements, and I do encourage you to read this cautionary statement. For those of you that are not familiar with Lucara, our flagship asset is the Karowe Diamond Mine in north-central Botswana and has been in operation since 2012. Karowe really has become world-renowned for its production of large, high-value diamonds. And since 2012, we've produced almost 2.9 million carats and generated revenues of over $1.6 billion. We are also very well known for our innovative mine design and are, in fact, the first diamond mine in the world XRT technology for primary diamond recovery. That in turn has allowed us to recover some very large, high-value diamonds without damaging them. And we are, in fact, first and only mine actually in the world to have ever recovered 2 + 1,000 carat diamonds. All told, we've invested about $200 million in our operations to date and have, in fact, paid back well in excess of that between 2014 and 2019 in the form of dividends. We did make a deliberate decision to suspend the dividend in 2019 in favor of reinvesting that cash in an exciting growth opportunity for Lucara, which is the expansion of the Karowe Diamond Mine underground, which will extend our mine life out to 2040. I do want to make a quick mention about how we've been faring through COVID. It's important to note that Lucara went into COVID with a strong balance sheet and no debt. Mining was declared an essential service for the country of Botswana by the government. And so we have been operating basically at full capacity with very stringent new protocols in respect of social distancing and hygiene. The safety and well-being of our workforce and our communities of interest remains top priority for the company. So as I mentioned at the outset, Lucara has become renowned for its production of large, high-value diamonds. I'm showing a couple of historic diamonds that were recovered back in 2015. The Lesedi La Rona at 1,109 carats and the Constellation at 813 carats. Both of these diamonds sold for record prices and in turn were polished into record-breaking polished diamonds, some of the largest square emerald cut diamonds ever graded by the GIA. And what you're looking at here is 303 carat Lesedi polished by Graf. Historic diamond discoveries have continued since that time, and in fact, the largest diamond ever mined at Karowe was recovered in 2019, and this diamond is also the largest diamond ever to come out of Botswana. It weighs in at 1,758 carats, and it really is a remarkable diamond. As you can see, it's not as white as the stones you were looking at on the previous slide. It is coated in black diamond. It's a bit of a mystery stone. We do know that there is some white material within, and that was really enough to attract a very high-profile partner with Louis Vuitton, the world's largest luxury brand, to basically work with Louis Vuitton and the HB company out of Antwerp to manufacture a unique collection of diamonds and diamond jewelry. And ultimately, 5% of all the retail sales from the Sewelô will be invested back into Botswana and Lucara's community-based initiatives. Fast forward to 2020, and we recovered another really beautiful diamond, 549 carat gem diamond, which has now been christened by the name Sethunya, which means flower in Setswana, and it could be one of the nicest diamonds ever recovered at Karowe. This diamond has been put into partnership with Louis Vuitton and HB as well, and the goal is to collaborate on the planning and creation of the highest value polished diamonds made exclusively available to Louis Vuitton customers and create a storied family heirloom. Lucara will receive payments for the polished outcome of this extraordinary gemstone no later than Q4 of 2021. 2020 is not over, and in fact, just less than a week ago now, we did recover another historic diamond, just over 998 carat. This diamond was recovered unbroken from our bag of diamond recovery circuit at the mine. It does report in as a high white cleavage diamond, and it does hail from the EMPKS unit of the South Lobe, which is the geological unit which has continued to deliver many of our largest, highest value diamonds. I think what I've tried to impress upon you so far is the fact that Lucara and Karowe has consistently recovered large value diamonds. They are a very important value driver for us. And in fact, specials or diamonds greater than 10.8 carats in size contribute more than 70% of our revenues. And we have recovered 15 diamonds in excess of 300 carats since 2012, including 2 greater than 1,000. And we've sold 10 diamonds for in excess of $10 million each. And what you're looking at here is the cumulative recovery of these diamonds year after year. And this, of course, it will be important as we get into a discussion of future expansion for Karowe 2026 and beyond. I do want to make a couple comments about the diamond market. We have gone through a fairly volatile period between 2017 and 2019. We started to see recovery in 2019. The market was looking much stronger. That in turn was then interrupted by COVID. But our longer term view is very optimistic for supply and demand fundamentals. We know that a number of world-class mines are nearing end of life, and we do expect that supply will be constrained in the coming years. What we have seen through COVID is definitely more volatility, but in the last quarter, prices stabilized, and our view is that the market should remain stable for the remainder of the year. One of the reasons we have made a decision to enter into partnerships is as a result of the performance of the polished market versus the rough market. And on this slide, you can see that obviously COVID did impact diamond prices dramatically in both categories. However, polished prices have generally performed much better. In July of this year, we made a decision to partner with the HB company out of Antwerp for a supply agreement for the remainder of the year to sell our diamonds in polished rather than in rough, recognizing that the polished market had behaved and is behaving in a much more balanced and stable way. Our supply agreement with HB is based on making an estimate of the polished outcome for each and every rough diamond greater than 10.8 carats in size. We are paid on that basis, and then we are also offered a true up once that diamond is actually polished and sold, if in fact that diamond realized a higher price than initially estimated. That final price is paid less a fee and the cost of manufacturing. And what this does for us is it gives us certainty about generating regular revenues from our plus 10.8 carats, accounting for 70% of our revenues, and it has the potential also to smooth out our cash flows. This agreement will continue to the end of 2020 and has the potential of being extended thereafter. We are also selling diamonds through Clara, our secure web-based digital marketplace for rough diamonds under 10.8 carats in size. We've been operating Clara since 2018 to completely transform the existing supply chain, driving efficiencies and unlocking value for buyers and sellers alike. In Clara, rough diamonds are sold stone by stone based on actual polish demand, and we are also using underlying blockchain technology to assure diamond provenance. Through COVID, interest in Clara has grown exponentially. We have managed to nearly double our customer base from 35 to 71 customers, and we now have a waiting list of customers that wish to buy on Clara. All told, 36 sales have been completed since inception, and we have sold $18.1 million by value. Our 37th sale is ongoing, and we see Clara as continuing to generate a lot of interest going forward. We did in fact sell our first supply of third-party goods through the platform in the third quarter, and we are now looking at additional producer trials set to commence in the coming weeks and months. We are now selling our diamonds three ways. We are selling our minus 10.8 carat diamonds of better quality and color through Clara. We're selling our plus 10.8 carat diamonds through an exclusive supply arrangement with HB Antwerp. And we are continuing to tender our lower quality goods. All told, for this year, we've generated revenue of $82.9 million and achieved an average price per carat of $309. I think it's really important to stress and point out here, however, that our new agreement with HB is just in the process of ramping up. So the revenue generated through the HB Antwerp does not include several large high-value polished stones we're expected to be sold through in Q4 and into 2021. Okay, I'd now like to quickly summarize some highlights for our operations. As I mentioned, we continue strong, safe, reliable production at the mine. We've had a number of exceptional recoveries that I've already spoken about. We're continuing to pursue collaboration agreements with Louis Vuitton on some of these large high-value diamonds, and we are continuing our sales through Clara. All through this piece, we've been able to retain a strong balance sheet with cash on hand and good access to liquidity. This is just a shot of some of our latest diamond recoveries, ranging from 51 carats up to 998. I'd now like to provide a few financial and operating highlights from the third quarter and year to date. And on this slide, we are looking at our quarterly results that are very comparable year over year and really reflect our return to a stronger diamond prices in the third quarter. Year to date, you will see that our results are not comparable. However, it is important to note that we made a deliberate decision in the second quarter not to sell any of our plus 10.8 carat diamonds, and rather in Q3 entered into this groundbreaking collaboration agreement for those diamonds. And so we will be playing catch up on the revenue from that high value segment of our production through Q4 and into 2021. In terms of the mine itself, it continues to operate extremely well, and we are on track with respect to all of our physicals, tons mined, tons milled, and ultimately carats produced. I want to go on now and just spend a couple of moments talking about our growth plans for the Karowe Underground. As I mentioned, this is a potential to extend our mine life out to 2040, double the mine life from the original feasibility study, and add more than $4 billion of net revenue. Our net present value on this project is sitting at over $1.2 billion at a 5% discount. And we've used extremely conservative diamond pricing in all of our feasibility models. Just to reiterate that excludes almost $200 million of revenue that we've generated from exceptional diamonds since 2012. Importantly, a lot of our highest value diamonds have come out of the EMPKS unit that really becomes dominant as we mine deeper in the ore body and is the real value driver in the Karowe Underground. In 2020, we had plans to spend approximately $53 million on our underground expansion. Because of COVID, we necessarily scaled that back, expecting to spend approximately $22 million on Karowe instead. And we have managed to push out early civil works pending lifting of travel restrictions consistent with that reduced capital spend. But the program is very much on track, and we are continuing to explore financing options that will allow us to move this project forward with a more aggressive schedule, which is anticipated in the second half of 2020. Sustainability is something that is very important to Lucara. It's foundational to everything that we do. We are very involved with our communities. We are members of the United Nations Global Compact. We do report on 10 of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and we're also certified by the Responsible Jewelry Council, compliant with Kimberley, and a member of the Natural Diamond Council. As part of the work that we do with the Natural Diamond Council, we are continuing to advocate for the natural diamond industry, and one of the initiatives that we completed more than a year ago now is an independent analysis about the natural diamond mining industry, and that was published in a report by TrueCost called The Facts on Modern Diamond Mining, really just pointing out how important the natural diamond industry is to the world. This report confirmed and found that NDC members create in excess of $16 billion worth of net socioeconomic and environmental benefits, and 60% of those benefits flow back into local communities, which I think is a really important fact. Also, from an environmental perspective, the estimated CO2 associated with natural diamond mines is 3 times less than those associated with lab-grown diamonds. So in conclusion, Lucara is a premier mid-tier investable diamond company positioned for long-term sustainable growth. We are a high-margin producer in production since 2012. We're located in a great jurisdiction, Botswana. We have the strong balance sheet to manage our business through the uncertainty of COVID, and we're really excited and looking forward to investing further in our underground expansion project. We have an exciting opportunity with Clara, which creates asset diversification and additional growth for the company. Thank you very much.